Good morning. Welcome to Joy in the Morning. I want to talk to you today a little bit about influence and some of the things that we do, how it influences us, and how sometimes how we should filter that influence. When I go to bed at night, the last thing that's on my mind has an influence on me when I wake up the next morning. So if I watched something, or I had conversation that was positive, if I read scripture, which is always positive, there's a pretty good chance that that will influence me when my feet hit the floor in the morning. And my day is going to start out pretty darn good, because I'll probably be thankful. I'll probably feel blessed. Before my feet hit the floor in the morning, I'm always thankful and grateful for another day, and excited to see what the good Lord has in store for me, because I think there's opportunities in every day to do something for Him. But now, that can go just as badly the opposite direction. You have an argument. Your day didn't go well at work, or traffic was horrible when you came home from work, or for goodness sake, there's something that happened a day ago or a week ago or a month ago or 5 years ago that just seems to pop back in your mind, and you just can't let it go. It just kind of keeps festering. And, well, if that's the case, you're probably going to wake up bitter. You're probably not going to be looking forward to the next day. I guess the point I'm trying to make is, even down to the things that we see, what we put into our minds, even down to the music that we listen to, what we put into ourselves, Scripture, it has a huge, huge influence on what's going to roll off my tongue. So I got a pretty big choice to make, I think. I need to choose what I listen to, what I watch, what I read, the conversations that I have. Are they negative? Are they building someone up or tearing someone down? Are they looking to resolve issues and looking past the problem? Or are we just stirring the pot some days? We all have opinions. And it's okay to have opinions. Sometimes we just need to use a bigger filter before we give our opinions. Now, Steve and I have been really working hard on this, because we've both individually and collectively been on the other side of it. We've said things that we shouldn't have said, given our opinions when we shouldn't have given them, hurt people's feelings when it wasn't necessary. And for what? To have the last word? To try and prove that we were right? I don't know. But we certainly need to learn how to use that filter between here and here. Here's a shocker alert. Just because we have an opinion doesn't mean that we're right. I'm at the top of the list of trying very, very hard that if I cannot lift up someone's spirits, if I can't say something encouraging, if what I say can't be helpful, I take a step back before I try to even suggest something. And if I can't do any of that, sometimes I just turn around and walk away. There's nothing wrong with that. I'd like to read a couple scriptures for you. It's about the tongue. In James chapter 3, verse 5, likewise, the tongue is a small part of the body, but it makes great boasts. Consider what a great forest is set on fire by a small spark. Verse 6, the tongue also is a fire, a world of evil among the parts of the body. It corrupts the whole body, sets the whole course of one's life on fire, and is itself set on fire by hell. Now, the tongue can do a lot of evil, but it can also be so good. And Scripture, we'll read some Scripture here that proves that. Ephesians 4:29. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. So we can build people up with our tongue. Hebrews chapter 3, verse 13. But encourage one another daily, as long as it is called today, so that none of you may be hardened by sin's deceitfulness. Let's encourage each other. John chapter 13, verse 35. By this, everyone will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another. And Romans chapter 13, verse 10. Love does no harm to a neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfillment of law. So let's love on each other. I think if we would all use Jesus as our filter, when we're in situations that we're not quite sure how to respond, we would all fare out a little bit better. Stop and think that, well, let's think about these verses. Am I going to build somebody up? Am I going to encourage someone? Am I going to be loving on someone with the comments that I make and the replies? Or should I just bite down a little bit, take a step back, think how Jesus might handle the situation and use him as our filter? It's a hard thing to do. I'm working on it. It's some days I do pretty good, some days I don't do very good at all, but I'm working on it. And I hope you work on it too. Keep Jesus at the center of your life. He loves us. He died for us. One day we're going to see him again, because the best is yet to come. God bless each and every one of you. If you're in need of prayer, there's a number posted. Give it a call. Someone will be glad to talk to you. God bless.